of a enclosed trailer that's probably not built to be on top of. Oh, okay, he says it is. And he's got a picnic table with a dual, let's see, looks like 3 power strips. Everything's plugged in off a generator. 3 power strips with a bunch of cords coming through it, going to 1 laptop and a controller, looks like a DJ sort. Then he's got a tackle box or a toolbox next to him with all of his stuff. He does have a chair, so don't think we're torturing him up there. He's under a pop-up tent in somewhat high winds. Yeah, I'm describing. He's got a SLR camera in his hand with a headphone on so he can talk like to the producer trailer, even though he's the producer, the director, and the photographer. And then he's got another large SLR that takes video on a tripod, and all of this is like zip taped and duct tied down so it doesn't blow away in any of the wind. And he is managing a laptop computer on the internet. He's listening to everything I'm saying through his system to make sure everything is hunky-dory. And then he's taking video, all of this fine stuff. So don't think it's unmanned. He's actually zooming in on these riders that I'm trying to feature, and he's showing the outtakes and the lifestyle, as I used to call it, of what's going around the races, to where people are towing boats and loading boats and the starting line and the starter and me and you. So if you don't know Charles Gitchard, I didn't before Orange. We talked a little bit. And now we're working well together. Everybody's whistling and hollering and everything. And I believe the time has come for race 1. First off, if you're in race 1, get to the line, because we only have 1 rider. 2 riders, and they're brothers. So that kind of counts as 1. The brothers Smith squaring off this morning. Anyone who hold your ski, it floats. It floats. You don't need to hold it. Do you need a holder? We're not going to say what you just said. It's a lake. Oh, my God. Oh. Well, he did ride in the truck a long way. And there is a Buc-ee's in this town. That's a good place for that. Yeah, the best. Who lives in West Texas? If someone lives in West Texas and they're seriously see the like the energy like hut in the middle of the field that has Buc-ee's painted on it like as a joke, if you've seen that with your own 2 eyes, come tell me about it, because it's a great meme on the internet. Like, this is where Buc-ee's started, and it looks like a hut in the middle of a field, but it's, you know, one of those electrical stations or something. Great joke. Oh, I see Ryan Tunnel. He's on the line for race 1. Good job, sir. Yeah. You're not going to what? Oh, okay. Well, Terry, the boss, says we're not starting the Star Spangled Banner until race 1 is lined up. So I've been asking kind of nicely for race 1. Now we're waiting on race 1. If you want to start racing today, or you want anything to happen with racing today, and you know someone in race 1 and they're sitting down not getting to the water, get on them. Get them to the water. Let's go. Any stories that are shareable from last night? Love to come up and hear what you did around the town of Madisonville. I'll share mine. I went to College Station, Texas. If you're a Texas country fan, Robert Earl Keen has a song about College Station. It's called the Front Porch Song. Involves Church Street and a church that they lived across the street from. And on Sunday morning, just like this morning, they'd crawl amongst what was on their front porch, and they'd strap on a guitar and a banjo with a guy named Lyle Lovett. You might know him. And they'd play a little gospel music, waiting for the folks to get out of church and give them something to talk about on their way to Luby's. Visited Church Street last night. The house isn't there anymore. It's I believe it's an apartment complex where the house was. And more importantly, visited the Aggie Bonfire Memorial on the front lawn of the university. Never seen it at night, only seen it in the daytime. They've got a lot of money invested into that memorial. It's lit up well. There's pictures of it on my Facebook. If you've never seen it and you're in the College Station area, I highly suggest it on your list. I also saw, I'm not going to tell you, I ate barbecue last night, but I'm not going to talk about it, at least on the microphone. It's just too personal. If you're in Texas, we take barbecue and high school football very seriously, and I went to a very serious place for barbecue. But since I'm talking about barbecue, and I mean Texas barbecue, you've got to try Vic's Texas barbecue. He's just across from the pavilion. Had some of his food yesterday, and it just got me in that I'm here, I better do it. And I ate more barbecue, a lot of barbecue yesterday. And Vic's gave me his menu. It's an assortment of sandwiches, sausage on a stick, and sides. Yeah. You need a holder? Who needs it? 2 holders, 3 holders. All right, we're going to start. 3 holders. Give me 4. Can I give me 4 holders? 4. Come on. Yes, 4. Get 4. There's 1. 3 holders, 3 holders. 2 more people to line. 2 more people to line. Here go. 1 holder. Yo. 1. Give me 5. Give me 5. Go for 4 to 5. 55, 56, 60. Still need 1. 1 holder on the end. Guy in the pink shorts. Pink shorts, green life jacket. A guy with pink shorts and a green hat is going to go and... Yes, we have it. Sold. Race 1. The what? Oh, man. Well, I mean, hey, we still have to do the national anthem, too. So, I mean, he's not in that much of a rush. The what? We don't do requests. You got Whitney yesterday. You got Whitney Houston. You got Whitney Houston yesterday. You listened to a bunch of Chris Stapleton yesterday. Can you believe this? I just auctioned off these guys' holders. 5, 6 holders from the sound of my voice come running to you to help you, and it's not enough. We want Chris Stapleton. Well, I want Taylor Swift. Guess what's going to happen? She ain't coming. Actually, I'm sorry. You know, this is on the internet, and Taylor just saw that. Carrie Underwood, honey, I'm still committed to you. Faithfully. I know you have a big hockey husband. I get it. I'll be his friend. But, Carrie, you're the best thing to ever come out of the state of Oklahoma, and that includes Garth Brooks. Okay, that's a big thing. Carrie, if you're listening, I'm ready, okay? I'm ready. Speaking, request. I want to hear Carrie Underwood go rest high today on Sunday. But I ain't going to get that either. All right. Scorer is on his way. Thank you, Dale Swanson. For more than just scoring, you sponsor this series. You build race boats. You have a test tank with paintings, of wildlife. It's awesome. Oh, nice whistle. Oh, that's the boss. You ready with the national anthem? All right, everyone, please rise and put a hand over your heart. Remove your caps for our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets roared, the bombs bursting
All right. What a beautiful national anthem we have to say freedom ring across the country, to be able to race jet skis. Let's see. Is my clipboard, I had it in the orange box yesterday. Is it being used? That's fine. I can go off memory. It's okay. Race 1, guys. Race 1 is on the line. He's telling them to start them, which they're doing now. Good job. We've got Seth's 66 and 229. We've got Felix Morinenko. We've got Hagen Smith and Hendrick Smith. Hendrick Smith just, it's on the video. Yeah, he looked back. I don't know if they're going to let that go. We got Devin Hathaway on the 405. We got Ryan Tunnel. He's...
Justin, you're going to let that go? It's on the internet, Justin. I mean, there's Flayton, and then that's what he did. And that kid rides for me, so what? I mean,
we got a hammer.
Yeah.
All right. So look, Hendricks. I know you're excited, buddy, but you can't do that. All right, we got the first one out of the way. And that, there's always one. This amateur ski lights and the two-stroke Superjet, two-stroke Kawasaki SXR class. Still one of the larger classes in the country, two-stroke engines in two different manufacturers. Yeah. I prefer the SXR. That's what I've always rode. Superjet didn't always agree with me. I'm sure I could learn the Superjet. Thank you so much. All right. On the 07 out of Liberty Hill, Texas, riding for Pro Watercraft Racing, Factory Jet Tribe, Smith Optics, Diesel Tech, Austin Jet Skier, Watercross of Texas. It is the boat out of Liberty Hill, Hagen Smith, new to us today. Next to him is his brother Hendricks. Then the 405 of Devin Hathaway. They're in the same class. Also, we have Felix Morinenko, Ryan Tunnel. He's on the 23. 66 of Seth Pettit. Talked about him earlier. And the 233 of Seth Barharanjo out of Austin, Texas. All right, 2-minute hold. Looks like they got a little bit of debris in the pump there. Madisonville, Texas, beautiful town. This lake is used as a fishing reservoir most of the time until we show up. We churn up the waters. So when that happens, things float, just like we do. And they can get in the pump of your jet ski and ruin your day. So you got to do everything you can to prevent that. It's not easy. It happened to me yesterday after the races. I went out to take some joy rides, and I sucked up a little bit of trash in my ski just riding around, not even racing. It can happen. Uh-oh. We're going to need a 2 full-minute hold. Yeah, put it on the beach stand right there. Tilt it up. Lift up the nose. Use leverage as your friend. Lift with your knees. Lift with your knees. Oh, you didn't lift with your knees. Get 2 more hands on it. There you go. All right. So as discussed in the riders meeting, Ryan actually at the end of the line, so he's the last guy to get checked. something wrong with his ski, and they looked underneath it, and it looks like they said something's either deep wedged inside of it. Oh, they are missing some bolts. So we have somebody riding to the trailer to get some bolts and a socket wrench, and at the end of this 2 minutes, we will see if he gets back on the water or not. You know, I was watching an episode of that drag racing show that's real popular this morning, and that same scenario happened. The two guys that were picked to race, they found a problem right before the race, and usually they give them time. In this case, there was a lot of money on the line, and they said, nope, no time. You only get this amount of time, and the race went on without them. So in this case, we're really prepared like they are. And we have extra parts with us that, Ryan's actually got a little kit, like an emergency kit. Now another rider's coming up with a tool kit. And it's not just one guy in this. It's a multitude. Just like in the World of Outlaws, one guy loses a tire or something, there's usually 3 or 4 pit crew guys over there to help. They've done it before, so they've got the experience. And they're all looking at what they have. They're going to crawl underneath this jet ski right here, and they're going to get what's needed to happen. That's called teamwork. It makes the dream work, folks. As an example of the first race here, these is ski class, only one holder required in the ski class. The runabout classes and the sport classes need 2 holders. So if you know someone that holds in the ski class, but you only have 1 holder for the runabout class or the sport class, probably be a good idea to team up with somebody and say, hey, I'm riding race 5 or 9, and I need a holder. Could you be down there for that time? Usually that reminds them, hey, race 9, that guy asked me to this, and go down there and get some holders for you. Love to see when someone's in need that there's people that show up with this tool or this kit or I can this or I can that. Ryan, remember to breathe, buddy. It's the first thing we have to do. Oh, there's even a dog. There's even a dog that came in to help. All right, they've got it back together, and it's in the water. We'll hold the round of applause until we hear it start and run. But get your hands ready, because that was a major problem, folks, that was handled by a multitude of people in less than 5 minutes on a hold, a 2-minute hold. It started, folks. Give him a round of applause. Ryan Tunnell is going to be in this race. And I bet that pump of adrenaline is going to give him a little bit of extra boost. Oh, come on. That long of a hold. Oh, come on, Hagen. Come on, Hendricks. So Hendrick Smith with a dead engine start, creating a little drama for me. He's already caught up to the second place rider, passing on the start on the inside. Ryan Tunnell, like I said, usually gives a little inspiration on the from that happening. Hendrick's already coming to second. Now his brother Hagen, he gets the hole shot on the outside, so Crayon 1 in on the outside hole shot. Here comes Ryan. Hendricks right behind him, so Hendricks is going to actually come out in 4th on that dead engine start, and he's pumping his handlebars there. He's frustrated. Going out wide in that turn. He's going to pass now for 3rd place. Pass Ryan Tunnell. We've got Seth Pettit in 3rd currently. Hendricks working his way up to Seth. And Felix Marinenko in 2nd. He's in a different class, though. He's not in Pro-Am ski. So he's leading the junior ski lights. And Hagen actually in 3rd for Pro-Am. Seth, actually, you know what? Seth's not in Pro-Am either. He's in Amateur Ski Lights. So Hendrick Smith unofficially in second place behind his brother, Hagen. Hagen's out front on the, looks like tealish blue Yamaha Superjet. That's the 07. Hagen riding the inside splits. Hendricks also riding the inside. It is smoother right now, and since they're even, that's going to give some space for Hendricks to catch up to Felix. He's passed Seth, who's not in his class. So we've got Seth in first place and Felix in first place, then Seth. Third is Ryan Tunnel. Looks like we have another 7 boat out there. He wasn't marked on this sheet, so we'll get with him later. 233 of Seth Boranjo and Devin Hathaway rounding out the field. So Justin, tell Hagen to slow down and give Hendricks a chance. They wanted to race each other. There you go. There you go. Give me a show. Well, that's why he's upset. I get that, but you can't. You got to learn. You can't do that. He knows that. No, that halfway. That ain't. One thing about these youngsters, we get them on there and we tell them go, and they want to race. I mean, you can just tell they want to race. And these two brothers, one of them moved off to college, so they don't get that weekend square off like you got growing up. And I know what it's like to be a little brother with a faster older brother. It's acid in your mouth wanting to beat him. And every opportunity you get, you want to take it, but you can't. You got to do it the right way. Now, I believe that lesson's being learned today. Oh, okay. So, wow. The black Superjet with the 7 on it, the second 7 in the class, that's Adrian Fisk, who usually, rider down on the outside. Seth Pettit, 66, class rider down on the outside. He followed Justin's advice, though, and held on to his jet ski, so he's able to get back on his own power. I don't believe he lost a position. He was being he lost 2. We got some guys up here helping me out with the scoring. Hagen riding a great race up front. Hendricks, his brother, is in hot pursuit. Famous words by Jackie Gleason and Smokey and the Bandit. But the Bandit told him at the end of the first movie, he says, I can hear you loud and clear, but what I hear, your pursuit ain't that hot. Other famous line from that movie is, what's the world coming to? Adrian Fisk riding across on that black and blue Superjet. He's in front of Ryan Tunnel, who had the mechanical and the swarm of people to come help him. I'm sure he's appreciative for that. He's out there in his moto in a podium position. 66, Seth Pettit got back up. Bad thing about falling on these skis, folks, especially if you have to swim to them, I was once told by a smart racer that to get back up from a fall takes the same amount of energy than it does to ride one lap. So if you fall, it's like adding an extra lap to your effort. Some people like more laps. Me personally, I don't. What do you do with a washed-up jet skier that can't race competitively anymore? You hand him the microphone. All right, race 2, you're doing a wonderful job at showing up to the line. Race 2 is Runabout Beginner. We had a great day with them yesterday. It looks like we have some added work today. Looks like John Caldwell has boarded his boat and is going to race. John Caldwell Pools, Jay Caldwell Pools, the sponsor of the series. We certainly appreciate him. All right. Mr. Smith, I believe, is holding up the 2 laps left. Yeah, he is. Oh, white flag, white flag. It was behind him. So, Hagan coming around. He was lapping, so he's going to actually take the checkered. Slowed down there at the end. It's his first race back in a while, so I'm sure he's getting all the cobwebs knocked out. I know it doesn't look like it as well as he did. His competition, his brother, had to start with a dead engine. He put his foot in the tray before the band snap, and that's a no-no. So he had to start with a dead engine. But he put it back together for a strong second-place finish. I guess we're talking about if you fall, it adds an extra lap. If you have to start with a dead engine, really and truthfully, it's like 2 extra laps. Race 3, Sport Open. You were in staging. Race 4, Junior Ski. Start thinking about getting to us. Adrian Fisk on the Superjet this morning. I'm sure he'll ride double duty today, also on the SXR. And I'm sure he's in the Pro-Am Ski Lights. Devin Hathaway on the 405. That's one of Rob Crow's boats. 405 Motorsports. And Seth Baranjo on the 223. Ryan Tunnel, he's going to have to say a bunch of thank yous after this one, folks, but he's going to finish 2 bolts more than he had when he started. All right. And that will round out race 1. Great job. Race number 2 is Runabout Beginner, stock runabout only. On the number 11, out of Montgomery, Texas, it is Ashley Sewell. And out of Quinlan, Texas, riding for Bentley Plumbing, it is the number 22 of Javier Falcone. Falcone, 22. Out of Austin, Texas, riding the number 30, it's Kevin Bice. Bice, 30. And out of Fort Worth, Texas, he rides for Jay Caldwell Pools, Jet Trim, Deplorable Racing, Dean's Team, Works Performance Products. It is Mr. Dad, Mr. Mom, whatever you want to call him, John Caldwell. And our winner from yesterday on the 413, still got the speakers on the side. Out there jamming. It is from Lakeway, Texas, Greg Sewell. Thank you for that thumbs up. Someone told me those aren't speakers, they're thrusters. They're still legal, though. My phone had to have been listening to me yesterday, too, because after I'd made that comment a couple of times, the radio seemed to think I needed to hear my speakers go boom, boom. I heard that a few times yesterday, so. Javier Falcone on the Sea-Doo, the RXP 255. I know that's not what it's got in it. It says it on the side, but I'm sure there's more in it than that. Greg Sewell on the new RX PX 300, the new hull. And Ashley. Greg, is Ashley your daughter? Yeah, okay. So they're a tandem team. Sea-Doo on the dad's side and Yamaha on the other, EX, smaller entry level. It's bright blue. Ashley wearing a hot pink wetsuit with a black life jacket. She's actually looking for sponsors, folks. So if you're out there looking to represent your company with a young up-and-comer, Ashley is on the corner, as we say, looking for a sponsor. She did a great interview with us yesterday. We're throwing her to the fire on being jet ski. She's new to jet skiing, so we're giving her the full experience early. That way she knows what the expectations are. But she's meeting them all and exceeding them, folks. Beginner runabout. And then, of course, John Caldwell on the Rocket there, the black FX. He's wearing the gray life jacket with the black helmet, which is also what Cooper sports, the black and gray. Very Raider-esque colors. Great job on holders. We don't have to auction any holders off today, but if we need them, I'm ready. I'm ready. I see Mark Marriott down on the line holding, probably thinking that Adrian's getting some extra laps for their race later today. Mark Marriott, Adrian Fisk. All right, he's calling out the laps. We're saying crank them up. Javier and Greg are already hot. Ashley's hot. John, yep, John's hot. Are you ready, John? Are you ready, Ashley? Are you ready, Greg? Are you ready, Javier? Well, we're ready, too. 2 goes to 1. Well, maybe. Somebody ain't ready. Hold. Oh, yeah, we're good now. We're ready. 2 goes to 1. Band snaps. Acceleration. We are racing. John Caldwell on the outside, looking over to see if anybody's to his inside. No, he moves in a little bit. John on the outside start. Javier on the inside. The outside won the whole shot in the first race. So we need the inside to even things up. But with John Caldwell on that boat, I don't think it's going to happen. Give 2 to the outside. Javier's trying. Little slip up by John, but no, it's 2 boat lengths. John Caldwell with the whole shot on the outside. That's 2-0 on the outside split. Greg Sewell, yesterday's winner in... Oh, John ejects. John hits the seat. Hand goes up. Course marshals to the right-hand side of the course. John Caldwell, your leader, goes down. Greg Sewell sees him. Inherits first place. Javier Falcone behind him. That is still a race. We've got the course marshals over to the right. John's got his left hand up extended. The course marshal's going to scoop him up. Put him on the carrier, get him back to his ski. Race number 3. We are in staging. Race number 4. Race 4. You are on deck. Race 5. Vintage Ski. Vintage X2. Start thinking about your race. Meanwhile, out front, Greg Sewell. Can't hear what he's listening to, but it's got to be something upbeat because he is leading this race on that new Sea-Doo. He acknowledges there's a yellow flag. He's going to slow down a little bit. John's up on his boat, getting back underway. Javier also seeing and acknowledging there's a yellow, and he's going to do the same. John Caldwell, he shook the water off, back underway. He's a lap down under Greg, but I have confidence he's going to get that lap back. So, John usually, I would call him race dad. That's what my dad was, race dad. He's the one that comes to the races with the skis. He unloads them, makes sure they're ready to go, gets them to the water, makes sure his son is prepped. But on this wonderful Sunday morning in the fine town of Madisonville, Texas, he says, hey, there's an opportunity to race earlier than you, kid. Let me take that seat. And he's out there doing a great job. He is behind Greg Sewell. He's a lap down, but he's racing up to Greg, try to get that lap back. And Javier behind him, he will gap that distance and make sure that Javier also doesn't get to him. Javier doing great in second place. We haven't said much about Ashley. She's out there on her own in the backstretch. But Ashley doing really well. She's new to that EX. She rode it last year for recreation. She said that they attended a race to see what it was like. Figured, yeah, we could do that. So they bought some safety equipment from Jet Tribe. And talked to some folks online. That's usually how it happens. 2 people start talking, and then when you show up, you're racing. Race 3, they're not on the line yet, but they're ready. Yeah, he's 4. Right. Race 3 is Sport Open, and they're warming up. Hey, they're older skis. They need a little longer warm-up. Yeah. I'll race Sport, too, if you build the motor. I got the boat. I need a motor. Race 4, Junior Ski Lights. You're actually in staging, so it'd be a good idea to be in the water making sure your ski's ready. We do apologize, folks. We had a little bit of delay on that first hold in the first race to get the scoop brake going, but the efforts of everybody to get that ski is just, it still amazes me. I may talk about it all day. Now we have all the racers on the same side of the course. Greg Sewell's in the lead on the Sea-Doo. Behind him is John. He's a lap down from Greg, but he's racing to try to get that lap back before time runs out. They've gotten past Ashley now. She's on the smaller horsepower, smaller craft boat on the EX. No, I'm sorry. Greg is lapped her now, and John is catching up to her. But all the runabouts on the same course. John, smart move, electing to take the inside. It's a little bit smoother. You got to run a tighter line. That's a big boat, so that's a tall task. But you never learn until you do. Now, Javier has actually caught back up to John and will go around. And I know, guys, these boats are running 80 plus. And you go into a corner, you don't slow down to nothing. It's 30, 40 miles an hour. The G-force is there. It takes your legs, your feet, your knees, your thighs. And that's just what's holding on to the boat. Your upper body, your core, and your head have to snap around to steer to the next corner. It's not easy. Yeah, they're sitting down. Yeah, it's a big ski. I get all that. But the strength it takes to ride one of these things is immense. All right, checker flag for Greg Sewell in the beginner runabout. Coming around in second place will be Javier Falcone. And then in third, Ashley Sewell. And rounding out the field, John Caldwell. And the winds have picked up. So that's interesting. We talked about the ski class falling, right? You fall off in the ski class if it stands next to you. If you don't have to swim for it. That's an extra lap. But in the runabout class, you're going 3 times as fast, and it ejects you, folks. It's like being thrown out of a car while it's moving. And then you have to climb back on it, like climbing a rock wall or getting out of a swimming pool, a deep swimming pool at that. Speaking of swimming pools, J. Caldwell Pools, if you need a pool, he's a guy to see. Leisure Pools, Jeremy Poper, also leading in the pool industry. He puts up great videos. He had a great video for 4th of July about spending your time in a pool. Race 3, we've got 3 riders. I thought we had 4. Did we lose somebody? Johnny's not here today. Johnny only do Saturday? Yeah, I get it. All right. We had a split yesterday. Finished second place in the first moto, but he finished first in the second moto out of Leander, Texas. It is the 161 of Braden Mate, the 161. And first in the first moto, second in the last moto out of Kaufman, Texas, riding for Greener Grass. It's the 69 of Joey Malden. Malden, 69. And out of Lavernia, Texas, riding for Spectrum Watercraft, Pro Watercraft Racing. I'm sorry, folks. I just love that sound. William Katera on the 927. Sometimes you just got to be quiet and listen to the music of those motors, folks. That is the best sounding engine, period. All right. Joey Malden on the inside split. He is one buoy ahead of Brandon, but Brandon made up Braden, a whole bunch of time. We're going to have to do something here on the starts because it's just Joey on the outside. Okay, orange helmet. Another outside split start. Braden on the inside. Outside pole now has 3. We got a rider down. Billy Katera on the 927 goes down. And that is Billy. I know I called his name out a bunch yesterday, but he's got 3 sons that all look alike. That show you my 3 sons, that's Billy. And they all race different things, some of them multiple classes. So I said, Billy Katera. No, Ty is here. I spoke with him this morning. Mason, a little sore, but he's doing all right. He's going to try to do it again for us today. And Tanner. So they're all here. They're having a great time. It was great to see them. Joey Malden, greener grass on the 69 out front. That R-Pot Wave Blaster. Vintage ski, really. Wave Blasters are vintage now. And Braden behind him. He has caught up. He's made the distance. Billy fell, so he's going to be a lap rider. He's going to get out of the way. Joey clears him. Joey on that R-Pot has a stand in the straight of ways to absorb the bumps. And in the tight turns, he tucks in and sits like you would on a dirt bike. The Wave Blaster designed to be like a dirt bike on the water or a sport-style four-wheeler. You run in a crotch rocket-style, dirt bike-style seat, but you can also stand like you do on the stand-up skis. Race 4, you're in staging, great. Race 5, vintage ski, vintage X2, start making your way to the water. Race 6, start being prepared. Joey Malden on that Sport Open boat. Don't want to call it GP because it's just not carbon fiber. Former world champion boat in the sport mod class. I've practiced with it a lot. It used to be in the greater Houston area, now in the Dallas area. Tim Judge probably has the most hours of hands on that ski. And you know what about Tim Judge? It's his birthday today. So if Tim watches this later, your current family in Texas, we miss you very much. And we hope someday you return to us. We know you're busy in Florida, and we're certainly proud of you. Tim, a Florida native, but moved to Texas for a little while and graced us with his presence, and we certainly miss him. Today's his birthday. I believe he's in the northern part of the country with his team racing, so probably view this to see some of his riders later on in the week. These boats are what we call Sport Open, so they started out as an OEM Wave Blaster from Yamaha, and they had a 701 single carb engine. Then Yamaha upgraded them to a twin carb engine for a little bit more top end. They don't make them anymore, so to find parts for them, you've got to go to the internet or go to people that, have stuff boxed away. But this class, because of the scarceness of parts, allow you to run a bigger engine from a jet ski that more was made of and more parts are available. So that's why you hear them, wah, 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 wah. They have a triple cylinder engine instead of a single or a dual cylinder. We need a holder? Yeah. All right. So triple cylinder, why that? Why convert the engine if it ran fine how it was? Well, speed for ones. But the bigger ability to go fast, you have to do a lot more modification, a lot more compression. You have to run race gas, and that all involves something called detonation. Detonation is very bad. You put a bigger engine that runs less compression, that has the same amount of power, and put it on pump gas, which most of these are on. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. You get the equal amount of power, way more reliability, and, folks, it just sounds cool. Listen to this as Joey goes by. That, my friends, is what a jet ski should sound like. Race four on the line. Race 5. There goes Billy Katera. I believe it's 2 laps left or white flag. Race 5, vintage ski. Please make your way to the starting line. Race 6. Start getting ready. So the moto order right now is Joey Malden out front. Braden Mate behind him. Great battle yesterday. You see the flags in the video. It's still coming from the west. It's creating a mild chop. That affects these skis a lot more. They're lighter. They're smaller. They're older. They bounce a little bit more. The guys riding them are a little bit older, so their knees aren't as springy as the young guys. And these amount of laps riding these skis, just like the runabouts, it's hard on the body. So fatigue at this point set in. You want to make sure you don't make as many mistakes as you can. And then if the other guy is making mistakes, Braden strapping Joey, yeah. Lifting his head up. Pretty tired riding that thing for that amount of laps. All right. Billy Katera, after that fall, taking the checkered flag. Great job, Billy. All right. Race number 4. Junior ski 13 to 15 lights. Junior ski 10 to 12 lights. This is the 2-stroke Yamaha class, folks. Out of Flower Mound, Texas. On the UA7, it is Felix Moronenko, UA7. What was that? Oh, we're posting the results from 1 and 2. Out of Wichita, Kansas, on the 62, it is Jackson Lloyd, 62. This guy rode a lot yesterday. He's in that Jet Tribe orange and black wetsuit out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. The 160 of Andrew Vo 160. I know he's got a lot of laps left in him, but boy, he rode a lot yesterday. Felix, also in another class. He's racing 2 classes, but combined with 1. And that is our lineup for race number 4. And if you're watching at home, you're seeing the larger guys. They're in the tray. You know, they got 2 holders. That's legal. The smaller juniors got a 2-minute hold. The smaller guys can be up in the tray. They're not as tall. You don't want them standing in the water beneath their where they can breathe, or the life jacket's just making them float. And they get 2 holders to make sure that they stay straight. And when the band snaps, they go the same as anybody else. They take off and they can start standing up. The older riders do it the way the pros do it, and they stand with 2 feet and only 1 holder. And all right, another 2-minute hold. Oh, we had a hood loose. We're good now, though. Yeah, you don't want to lose a hood. They do not float. Jet ski floats. The hood does not. Ask Tim Miller. All right, you're good. 2 to 1. Band snaps, acceleration, and we are racing. Boy, that 405 got a great jump. That 405 shot off like Christopher McCluggage. He must have heard the word go and really, really listened. That is the best start of the day on the 405. That's Christian Bain, right? Yeah. So Christian, new to racing, not new to riding. The Crow family, been doing it a long time, been around it a long time, but getting him on a ski and getting him racing, that's a whole different challenge. So he's not going to get the whole shot, but he definitely was first off the line and first to the buoy. So Felix, another whole shot for the outside. That's, this is race 4, and they've had 4. Andrew, looks like Andrew came out in second. Is Tristan in this one? He is. Tristan's out there. I don't have him on this sheet. No. Did we combine junior ski? Or is that Jackson on somebody else's ski? It's race 4, what it says. I didn't see Tristan. That's all right. Oh, he's on the top of the page. All right. Announcer error, folks. It happens a lot. Oh, and Trent Cornett's out there as well. I'm sorry, guys. It's printed right at the top of the page. It's stapled together. We'll get him across. Felix coming across in first. Andrew Vo in second. Tristan Hebert in third. And Trent Cornett is also out there. He's on that Pretty 27 boat. That one right there. And then Christian's in the back there. Had a great start. Says, Dad, I did my job today. I got first off the band. That's what you've been telling me to do. Now I'm going to ride my race now on the 405. I'm going to say thanks to Nautiwater Racing because I'm sitting across from him and I'm in slap zone range. He wouldn't do that to me, though. Terry's face matches his shirt today, y'all. If you don't know Terry, then you're missing out. But we did all the proper things yesterday. We applied sunscreen the way we should have and still ended up red-faced. And no, we're not embarrassed. All right, lead change. Andrew Vo. Oh, Felix hits the sausage. The big banana in the water. It's kind of a no-no to hit it, but Felix just used it as a berm. That buoy there to prevent you from merging over into oncoming traffic. It did its job. Good job, floating banana. Your new leader on the 160 out there shredding around is Jet Tribe Racing's Andrew Vo. Felix Marenko goes to second. Tristan Hebert still holding down third. Trent Cornett still in chase.
Have they said anything about the inside split not getting a whole shot yet?
Andrew Vo coming around on the outside. Felix on the inside. Andrew told me the more laps he rides, the better he gets. He's proving that true right now because he rode a lot yesterday. Let's see if we can keep it up today. He knows that the war is not won in one moto. Very consistent rider, Andrew. We got a rider down in the outside split, 27. He's got a rider 2 buoys behind him, so we're going to make sure we get over there to the yellow. I'm sick? Am I sitting in your spot? 27 gets back underway. And the 62 gets around him. That's Jackson. Jackson got the same riding style I do. Get back on the tray and bend your back more than your knees. A lot of these younger guys like putting their foot in the absolute front of the tray and squaring up their shoulders over the handlebars and sticking their rear end really far out away from the boat. Not doing a body turn like we used to do, or behind turn, whatever you want to call it in the old days. You couldn't get those 550s to turn, so you would stick your body as far out as you could, lay the ski over on its side, and do what they called a body turn to get it to 90 degree around the course. Then the other style of that was made famous by Victor Sheldon. You would stick one leg off and drag your foot. That was called a leg drag turn. We might get some 550 guys here on the line to demonstrate a leg drag turn for us. Anybody up for it? They're all shaking their heads. How about holders for the 550 class? We got good on holders? Yep. Okay. 27. Beautiful blue and black Yamaha. Jackson coming by, riding a good race. And out front, Andrew's moved to the inside. Felix has moved to the outside. Andrew and Felix are actually even, but no. One buoy is separating still. One buoy. And we got Christian going around doing the makeup buoy there. And Felix is behind him. So Christian will be going a lap down. He's out of class, so he's up. They went ahead and flagged it. So your Moto 1 winner, Andrew Vo, in second place, Felix Marenko. And then coming around on this two-stroke this time, we'll see him a lot more on the four-stroke later today. It's the 41 of Tristan Hebert. Of course, all these guys wearing Jet Tribe life jackets that has that back brace built into it, now required in the ski class. And another safety innovation Justin mentioned was required is a bright helmet.
Quick question. Who did not start on the first race? Adrian is under blue belt. He goes down to B&S.
Out there. All right, so as we get race 4 off the water and we get race 5, we're going to introduce those riders to you. Race 6, you are now in staging. Race 7, Runabout Wreck Lights, Ashley and Kenny. I don't know if Kenny's going to be on with us today, but Ashley, race 7, start getting ready. Let's introduce you to these riders. We did the X2s yesterday. We're going to do the Vintage 550 today. Vintage 550 and X2 combined, race 5. On the number 1, out of Bastrop, Texas, it is Jeff Kelly. Kelly, number 1.
Good race, buddy.
Out of Kyle, Texas, on the 11, it is Blake Shaw. Shaw, 11. It says orange, but we know that ain't right. Out of Mauriceville, Texas, riding for the Good Times Mafia and GC Mechanics, and he said he would be okay if I said it, JD 232 Racing and Salvage. It's the 21 of Ralph Henning Jr. Henning, 21. Out of Austin, Texas, riding for IDP Graphics. It's the 201 of Chad Manson. Manson, 201. Out of Nederland, Texas, Bulldog Country, Jerry Rig Racing's 427 of Josh Bro, 427. And out of Corpus Christi, Texas. That's the red and white boat. He's wearing the yellow wetsuit. It's the 504 of Sean Carlson. Carlson, 504. And he's got a GoPro on today. Yeah. He's going to go home and watch the video and learn. And in the X2 class, we've got Tanner Katera. And Drew Stallhut on the 78. Acceleration and green flag racing. I'm sorry, folks, but I have just got to, when these older boats come up, that exhaust sound and the smell of that Castro 927, the clots, there is nothing better than the sound of these two-stroke jet skis and this burning oil. I love the smell of race fuel in the morning. It's still the morning. Doesn't feel like it to you, does it? You raced a lot of laps yesterday. I know. Yeah, do it while you're young, because trust me, you don't want to when you're old. Even if you wanted to, you don't want to. All right, so on the outside, they call it the alien ski, that 51 of the Katera family. And the 14, the white ski, and then Drew Stallhut. So another outside line hole shot. In the 550 class, we've got Ralph Henning Jr., then the 504, and the 201 of Chad Manson. Where's Josh Bro? Is he on the X2 today? And not there he is. He's right in front of Ralph. Okay. He must have been in front of the tower when I looked. Josh Bro leading the 550 class. Josh Bro leading the 550 class. And the brothers Katera, Ty and Tanner in the X2 class, followed by Drew Stallhut. Now the Kateras ride for Spectrum Watercraft and Pro Watercraft Racing. Pro Watercraft Racing, also a title sponsor of the series, along with Commander. Drew said he did a little bit of tuning to the X2 last night. He leaned it down a little bit to help it in the straightaways. Said he didn't do anything or can't really help the turn so much, but he can make up some time in the straightaways. Now there's a 427. I know that's Josh Bro's X2. I don't know who's riding it. So we have another X2 rider out there. Don't know who it is. I know he's from my area, though, the Houston area. There comes Drew. He's in third place in X2. He's going to be riding the Runabout a little bit later today. Josh Bro out front, though, on that 427. I wonder, him and Ralph switch boats? They look a lot alike. No, Ralph on the 21 in Chase. Here comes that 427. That looks like Javier. That's Javier Falcone on that 427 X2. Then followed by Chad Manson. He's in third place in the 550. Look, Javier looks like the little kid from the first Mad Max, not the first, but the second Mad Max movie. The little kid that threw the boomerang, that's the hairstyle that Javier has. Most of the skis on the splits right now. You've got Tanner, who won the GP class as well yesterday on an X2. They call that the Alien ski. I believe that's the one with the Kawasaki 800 SXR motor in it. So the most horsepower in the class. He's got some Pro Watercraft sponsons on there. Now, the 14 ski, I believe it's got a 750 motor in it. A little bit smaller on the horsepower, but the handling is the same. And then in Drew's case, I don't know, but as fast as it's going, I'm willing to say it's also a 750 or an 800 in that ski. 650, though. The 427 that Javier is on, that's definitely a 650. So you see the engine size difference between the 650 X2 and the 750 X2. It's about half a track. Now, Ralph, here we go. Josh Bro on the right-hand side of the course. They're within the same buoy length now. Ralph making up the distance on Josh. Now, we ride at Jeans together. We're a part of the Jeans Polaris Power Sports crew. So a lot of laps between these two guys. Josh, not new to racing, but committed this year to the 550. Josh and I live pretty close together, so we see each other often. And, of course, his wife and child who are here with us today, and his beautiful boxer, Tito. Tito got away from the house a few weeks ago. Josh put up that he was gone. And I went out and looked for him because Tito's a friendly dog, and you don't want him to be lost. He's here today if you want to see him. All right, Katera Brothers out front taking the white flag, but guess who's in the race now? Drew Stallhut smells blood in the water, and he's trying everything he can to catch those Katera Brothers. Whatever he did to the ski last night, it's helping. Josh found a little bit of smooth water and now pulls a full buoy length. Oh, he looks behind him, though. Is he coming or what? Ralph Henning is coming. The key to these skis, guys, I said it yesterday, riding these 550s is like riding a 2x4 with an engine on it. It just bounces, it slides. It's all ski. It's the very first jet ski. You got to do something. So Pro Watercraft took technology from the newer skis, applied it to those, and says, hey, go buy a vintage ski. Build a decent motor. You can slap these parts on the side of it. It will help it handle better. In my area, first guy out of the gate, I buy these weird bubble-looking things. That's what they call them. I said they're called tubbies. Well, that's slapping that on the side of the ski. That's not vintage. That's not original. That's aftermarket. That's cheating, is what I was told. I said, then I'm not going to race. Put them on there. We put them on. We followed Chris's instructions. Take it to the lake. That's never going to work. That's never going to work. They got on it, and they were fast as all the guys riding the modern super jets and everything else. I can't believe this. This ski, this, that. Now they all have them. It just takes one guy, folks, to buy some Pro Watercraft parts, put it on their ski, beat them one time, and now they're on everything. So thank you, Chris Haggis, Pro Watercraft, for giving us things to keep our hobby going, like sponsons and... oh, here comes Ralph. Ralph waits the last... Oh, they both go down! They both fall! Manson in tow. Third. Oh, Josh gets up, waves his hand. Oh, Manson's going to pass Ralph Henning for second place. Wow. Talk about wait till the last second. Ralph Henning putting the deep sea crushing pressure on Josh Bro. Puts the move out there. In sprint car racing, we call it showing him a tire. Ralph showed him his whole jet ski, y'all. He was right there. And they both fall. I mean, in boxing, you call it a double knockout. It just happened. Josh Bro gets to the ropes and gets to his feet to win the moto. And never give up. Chad Manson finishes second. What a race, folks. What a race. Great job to the Kateras and Drew Stallhut on that X2 in front of them. But, boy, was there some racing going on behind you guys. That was best race of the day candidate so far, right there. If you disagree with me, come to the tent. We'll talk about it. Good Times Mafia. All right. Race number 6. Ah, can't be. Race 6, Ski Amateur GP, Ski Mod Light. Ski Mod Light is 2-stroke Superjet, SXR with a pipe. I don't think we have any of those. And the TR1 Commander. Hey, he's down there. Look at that. Not to be, it is, well, Ski Mod Lights. All right. In Ski Amateur GP, On the 37, he's not out there. Good racing, man. You're welcome. Josh? In the 550 race?
Yeah, that last one.
Yeah.
The guy that got up, he was on the north of the sausage, but they both came around the outside.
Uh-huh.
I don't care. He wanted me to go over there.
Okay. And that could be the case. Because if you do the wrong side of the banana there, you're knocked the lap.
What if you fall and you're slow and on the other side with you,
I don't remember how it works. I know that whenever you continue to race, if it's behind you already, you can't go back and make it up. You have to go forward. So I think that's what it would work out because he already floated past it, and you don't go back into oncoming side when you do it. A little race controversy. No, that's the inner workings of Moto Magic. So, I say best race of the day. Somebody sends a messenger to argue, was that this, was that that? Not necessarily an argument, but it could be based on the rules. That's why you have a rule book. You go back and look. So, I can tell you this. Race 5, Vintage. Come check your scores when they get them posted. And if you disagree with how you place, for what reason, you need to talk to some folks, see why, based on the rules. And that's a great example of that happening. All right. Race number 6. There's some commanders in this one, guys. On the 51, riding out of Liberty, Missouri, it's Michael Williams. On the 93, out of Altus, Oklahoma, that's the one that looks like the Quentin Bosch ski. That's Don Cope. 104, out of Austin, Texas, that's Tim McGee. 115, the really loud lime green boat that you just heard, that is Billy Katera in this class. He's riding for Spectrum Watercraft, Pro Watercraft Racing. And I don't believe Kevin Branch is here today with us, but I can make sure. Kevin Branch is on the 721. And then we've got Trent Cornett on his Superjet. He's out of Wichita, Kansas. And then Tristan is riding the TR1 Commander, Tristan Hebert, and he rides for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, his dad, who's sitting here next to me, and Smith Racing. Now, Michael back out in front on the 51. That's the Jeff Jacobs Farthing Racing GP1. Jeff Jacobs fashion, Farthing's running it now, but it looks like the LPJS skis. In second place, we got Billy Katera on the 115. That's a Pro Force, Pro Watercraft Racing design. And then Don Cope, he's on that bright blue ski out there. And you can tell the commanders, they throw a splash about 6 feet further than anything else. Just chopping through that water. Oh, there's Kenny. All right. Got it going. For now. Yeah, we'll see. Hey. Hey, you're here. Right? You could be working. All right, coming around, 51. Of Michael Williams, followed by Billy Katera in chase. That's big horsepower in both those two skis. It's not stock, folks. Did not see Kevin Branch out there. I don't see his truck across, so great to see Kevin yesterday. Tim McGee's new to us today. He's in the 104. He's out of Austin, Texas. There's Michael out front on that GP1, being followed by Billy. Trent on the TR1 Commander. That is a stock 4-stroke Superjet boat. And a Commander hull. I have.
Okay, and you've never had to take a black buoy if you missed the buoy? So you're just out? You're just out? You miss the buoy, you're done? How would you want to do it?
Michael Williams in the lead, followed by Billy Katera in second. Trent Cornett making up some ground on Billy. Mike Millhill's on the 6. And Trent Cornett on the 627. They're all on the same side. They're on the right side of the course. There's Trent. Again, we got, they got the table set back up. We've got raffles for the junior stars. We got helmets and shoes, gloves, set of sponsons. They're selling T-shirts. I smell it in the background. Vic's Texas Barbecue, cooking the same menu they had yesterday. Billy's still in second. Trent Cornett doing great on that ski in third. Oh. See, that's why I need to come more often. They do a rider switch on a boat. That's Tristan Hebert on the GP1 with the TR1 engine. He was a participant in the Junior Stars Nationals, which was really, really cool to watch online. Neat facility, that training facility in Oklahoma, too. The River Rapid, the simulated river rapids. All right, Justin, he's got the 2 card out, so I believe we got 2 laps left. GP Ski, we give them a little bit more laps to wear themselves out. Everything wears you out. But Michael Williams goes down. Billy Katera sees it, but into the race, they're gassed. Michael Williams on his knees, but now Billy Katera's right there on top of him. Billy Katera crouched down in the tray. Here we go. There's going to be a move right here to the inside. Billy Katera goes underneath. Michael Williams straightens out. Billy Katera in chase. Michael Williams to the inside of this big sweeper. Billy takes over on the outside. Change for the lead, folks, in the GP class. Billy Katera now in the lead. Tristan also sees the events going on. He's going to try to make a move. Tristan not in the same class, but always willing to learn and make a pass. Don Cope not quite there to capitalize. Folks, you ride this pace like it's blistering pace. It's fast. You ride out front like that, the guy behind you, he's just keeping up with you. And you make a mistake like that, or something happens, and in these GP skis, it happens that quick. Meanwhile, Billy, the wind picked up a little bit too. Billy, though, keeping it on the outside. Now, Trent, he must make the pass. Shuts the door. Tristan, shaking his head. All right. Tristan Hebert on that Commander finishes first in his class, second overall. Wow. All right. I'll take that. Was that better than the 550 finish? Was it better? Josh, did you see that just then? That race, the passing, was that better than you and Ralph? No. Okay. All right. I bet a Katera comes up here and says something. I bet a Katera comes up here. Josh. Yeah, me. So when you and Ralph both spun out right there, it looked like Jet Dreams freestyle. It looked like Larry Rippenkroger and Chris Pichetti both doing double spin outs planned with the checker flag waving in the background. No, it was synchronous. Synchronized jet ski racing. Charles, how we doing, buddy? 2 thumbs up. Oh, we need an interview? Yeah, Tristan would be happy about that one. Tristan would be happy to talk about that race right there. We'll get that. All right, Tristan. I know he's excited, folks. I know he is. Wait, let him catch his breath. All right, standing here with Tristan Hebert. He was on the Commander today.
Test.
Yeah, that should be good. How's that? Yeah. All right. Take 2. Let him get some more water in him. Kenny Compton got that ski running. It's not beeping. Ashley Sewell. Kayla Williams. Is Drew on Caldwell ski? Yeah. That's fun. And this is Runabout Rec Lights. Ashley Sewell, Kenny Compton, Drew Stallhut, Kayla Phillips. Oh, and Cooper's in this one too. Okay, so he's on the EX, and Drew's on the Spark. Now, we got some action on the front. I think we're going to get, we're going to get a whole shot on the inside finally. Thank you so much, Cooper Caldwell, for our first inside whole shot of the day. It can be done, folks. Cooper just showed you how to do it. Now, Kenny comes out right even with Kayla there. That's second and third. Drew in fourth. Ashley, not in the beginner class here. This is the class she's supposed to be in fifth. And go to the top of the page. There's another rider out there, and I'm going to tell you his name. Josh Teague. Josh Teague on that yellow and blue boat. He's got 2 Sparks like that. The other one, the hood was off yesterday, and it was just half a ski sitting on the trailer. It looked weird. Oh, Lord. The dilemma. Which water was mine? Cheers. Cooper Caldwell out front. Moved to the outside. Looking behind him. He knows Kayla's coming. Kayla got that Superman riding style. She doesn't hang off her feet off her back. Kenny does, though. Gets that boat on the back. Drew's still in fourth place. Ashley in chase. Good-looking blue Yamaha EX. And then Josh right behind her. I don't think that's his race ski. I think he put his race ski top on his backup ski bottom. And that's what he's racing today because his A boat, like I like to call it, his race boat, had problems yesterday. But, hey, that's what's great about a Spark. It's like changing a hood on a jet ski. You got to back up, great. Change what numbers you can and get out there and race. The EX can't do that. Cooper Caldwell hot on the throttle. All right, Ashley's moved from the back standing position. Well, here she goes. She gets into it here. I posed for the camera. She's doing it. Now, Kenny's what I call in the danger zone. One wrong hit, and some things may get damaged. But that's what you got to do on these Rec Light skis. You got to use your body. The ski can't do it alone. You got to help it. All right. Y'all are doing so good on Race Ready that I really don't need to call y'all out. Y'all are just showing up. Everybody wants to race. This is race 7, so race 8 staging. I see most of you there. This is the race 8 will be the 4-stroke Superjet class and the 4-stroke SXR class. So everything 4-stroke. And then we're going to follow that class with another 4-stroke class. It tripped me up a little bit yesterday, but we'll do the Superjets and then again with the Superjets in the veterans class. So we'll have Pro-Am 4-stock followed by amateur stock. All right, Mr. Drew going across there. Cooper's still out front. He's on the Backstretch now. Ashley on the right-hand side of the course, followed by Kenny. Kenny's still with buoy length in. Ashley has an issue. Kenny's there to capitalize. No, that's Kayla. Excuse me. Ashley on the splits, riding her race, and Josh chasing her. And that is your running order. All right, my Super Jets need to be coming to the line. A lot of Super Jets need to be on the line and making their way here. Race 9, Super Jet, Veterans class. And then race 10, we're going to see Cooper Caldwell back against his teammate Tim Miller with an array of others. So stay tuned for that. Drew Stallhut coming across on that Caldwell Racing Spark. And get a I know you can't, well, you can see it on camera. The guy in the blue shirt with the hat on is talking to young man in green shorts with a life jacket on. That's Billy Katera and Tristan Hebert talking about their race they just had up for Race of the Day candidates. Tristan, get over here. You caught your breath now. You talked to the guy you were trying to taste. I'm sure you're telling him, man, I was right behind you. Did you say, dude, I had you? Did you say that? Did you say, dude, I had you?
I had him at the start.
He said he had him at the start. Well, he got away from you, but, boy, you got back up to him. All right, everyone, this is Tristan Hebert. He was riding the 322 Commander with the TR1 engine, a smaller engine in the big boy class. Finished second in class, first in his, but a lot of fireworks there at the end. Tristan, walk us through your race and how you gave us that spectacular finish.
I just didn't give up, and I just pushed the whole race. I was kind of mad when Katara passed me, so that pushed me even more to keep going.
How did you feel? Because we could all see you shaking your head and pumping your fist. How did you feel to take that checkered flag?
It felt amazing, one of my best races.
Everybody give a round of applause for Tristan Hebert on the Commander. And off camera, he says. That was not my water. Billy Katera, Race of the Day candidate so far. Charles, is there any comments online that you see of who online thinks the better race was? The 550? No, yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with. Yeah. If you're watching at home and you have an opinion on the Race of the Day candidate, we can go back and look at it. Just write it in ink on the internet and say, hey, the 550 guys were way better. They might have been. In my opinion, I think they are. But I'm telling you, Tristan and Katera and Williams right there, that was good. And you know who's hearing this right now. You know who's listening to this. Tim Miller and Cooper Caldwell are like, what? 550's the race of the day? Come on. Watch this. It's coming, folks. It's coming. All right. Our next race is on the line. Justin, how you doing out there, buddy? Yeah? The cowboy hat is nodding yes. All right. As I told you, it's going to be a bunch of four strokes. That's what we got on the line. We will introduce you to them. Race 8, Pro-Am 4-ski lights. You deserve a nap after that. No, you got to race again. Are you in this class? You're riding a 4-stroke Superjet? No? Oh, this is the old guy. Well, the middle-aged guys. You are an amateur. An amateur at interviewing. No, you did good. All right. On the 21 out of El Reno, Oklahoma, that's Travis Falanga. Falanga 021. On the 107, he is wearing the pink and blue life jacket. He's out of Liberty Hill. When he's not riding jet skis, he's riding farm animals. It is Hendrix Smith. Smith on the 107. Out of Lavernia, Texas, riding for Pro Watercraft. The 198 of Mason Katera. Katera 198. Out of Hurst, Texas, riding for WCOT. It stands for Watercross of Texas. And TCS Marine, it's the 466 of Joe Barilski. Barilski 466. And one of our SXR matriarchs yesterday rides for Chris Cowan and Hillsdale Jackals out of Blue Springs, Missouri. It's the 57 of Mark Marriott. Marriott, 57. He's down there. Those hot pink shorts, y'all. Uh-huh. And he's not on the list, but I see him on the line. So I guess that's what counts. It's the 35 out of Houston, Texas, Adrian Fisk. Fisk, 35. They put on a show yesterday, guys. 1-2 finishes all day long. The brothers Hendricks together on the line, one holding, one racing. Hendricks got that jet trim track. Oh. Yes. I want to It's on. It channels on. It's there. We go. Maybe it needed to remarry. All right. Yay! Yay! Oh, recon. Hmm? And it's actually shutting off like it's not. Terry said he's got a wired mic Hello. Hello. It's got to be a range thing. Between him and Adrian, yeah. No. Okay. Well, it's working if I stand around here, so I'll go get a chair and get under here and see if it works. Well, there's a chair under there. I'll need my... Yeah. Here's our next race of the day candidates. No pressure, guys. No, never, never. All right. Really? But it isn't me. Same thing I've been doing. Even talking into. Look, let me see if it's over here. Yeah, Terry. Terry Hebert, to the where you have your PA set up, please. Let's see if he's got it. It'll be in here. Oh. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Okay. See, this one's working if I stand right here. How's that, Charles? That's pretty good. Yeah. We'll stick with that. Ooh. What? Yeah. You need a holder? A what? A Le Mans start for you and Marriott? Yeah. Well, the other guys are waving their heads no. Are you sure you want to do that in that bottom? Yeah, they're young, they're in shape. Why not? All right. So our SXR riders are requesting a Le Mans style start. They're even. I mean, they race together out there evenly. They're well matched. I mean, you want to. What they're doing, y'all, is I'm saying race of the day candidate, and they're like, well, maybe since we already are a good race, the Le Mans start to help us. It could, it may, I don't know. Rob Crow, our course marshal, seems to have found debris on the course and sucked it into his pump. And they're going to let him loose. Robco P. Coltrane and his trusty dog Flash. There he goes. All right, so we're going to have the Le Mans style start for the Kawasaki 4-strokes. We're going to have a normal start for the Superjet 4-strokes. I think Hendricks really looking forward to this race. Tristan's not in this race. No, you're not. You're not in this 4-stroke. No? The next one. The one after this one. Okay. All right. Following advice and hydrating. Good job. Hydrate, apply sunscreen. Eat Vic's Texas barbecue. Enjoy the city of Madisonville. These guys are going to run when the band goes off. They've got their lanyards back as far away from the ski. They're both going to run. Look at them run. Look at them run. Now they're going to put their ignition in. Mark Marriott gets away first. Adrian Fisk pretty close. Marriott squarely in all that wash. Fisk down low. Just like in a drag race, the guy from behind is going to have to drive around him. But he does. They're dead even. Yes, we're talking about the two big black skis in the back. Marriott has a bobble, and Adrian Fisk come out ahead. Meanwhile, Katera looks like Ty. Even out of the splits, inside hole shot, 2 in a row. Drag race now into the right-hand corner. Katera out front. All right, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm the culprit of saying 550's been the race of the day. Everybody's trying to outdo them. Step your game up or go home. What do you think about your chances for race of the day, Billy Katera?
I have no idea. I just got to keep my breathing in check.
Meanwhile, Ty out there out front on the Superjet. Is that Mason? Oh, of course it's Mason. No, Ty is the fastest one. Listen, I've rode against them both, and getting lapped by Ty is a whole different animal. The only person close to how Ty laps you is Jeff Wright. Ty is coming. So Billy's standing here next to me helping to differentiate. He knows him best. That's Mason out front on the Superjet. So Ty's riding the X2. Hendricks actually in third. Hagen, what happened? Don't know. He'll make it up. A lot of laps. Race 9, the rest of the four-stroke Superjets, please come to the line. Runabout Pro-Am Stock. Runabout Pro-Am Stock. Amateur Runabout Stock. You are to staging. Race 11. More Superjets. Hey, Tristan, you're in that race too. Race 11. You are on race 9. Travis Falanga in second place on the Superjet. That's that 021. Hendrick Smith behind him. And Mark Marriott and Adrian Fisk in the mix as well. Now, what we got to watch, it's two separate classes, two different jet skis, but you've got Adrian on the 1500 racing up through the Superjets. So he's gotten around Joe. He just passed Hendricks. So in class, he's actually in third. Mark is in fifth. There goes Joe Barilski there. I ran around and took pictures of their skis this morning, so that way it helped me recognize who. I know who they are personally, but I don't know what ski they ride without their helmet on, so it helped me out tremendously. Got to talk to everybody, and they were very thankful for me being here, calling out their names. The best compliment I got yesterday is that when they're here racing and they hear their name called out, where they are, the action going on, draws their attention to the water, and they don't miss what's going on. That is the value of having an announcer. So, to the nice lady that paid me that comment, I say thank you, and I'll take that to heart and continue on. Brothers Katera out front. He's riding everything fast this weekend, putting together a great weekend, Mason Katera. Behind him, the 21 of Travis Falanga. Now, Adrian is getting close to him. Hendricks still holding off Marriott. Oh, a little bobble there, so he lets him go. They're not racing together. Hendricks races everybody, but he knows it's not affecting his finish. Smart move there. There's Joe Barilski. There's that good-looking 41 Superjet of Tristan Hebert. Yeah. It says Austin Jet Skier on the side. All the sponsors you have and all you put is Austin Jet Skier, get a sticker machine. Get a sticker machine and get your sponsors on there. Tristan in the running for Race of the Day candidate right now on that Commander. TR1 engine Commander. All right. Mason still on the lead there. The water's getting a little rougher as the laps go on the splits. It's pretty smooth on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side on the splits. Now Marriott has caught Adrian. They're only a buoy apart. Now, that's for position. So you've got Katera out front leading the whole race. You've got Falanga there in second. Adrian, first in his class, third in the moto, and the person he's racing with, Mark, actually behind. Now, they did the Le Mans-style start, which gave them a disadvantage. Everybody went before them and had an advantage. On the split start, I believe they came out 5th and 6th in the moto, and now they've raced their way up to 3rd and 4th. So not that many positions, but showing the SXR advantage in being able to race up through the class, pretty impressive. They're big skis. I have one. I rode it yesterday. I'm not a racer anymore, but tried my best around the buoys. It's not an easy ski to get around the corners, y'all. It's big. It bounces. It's very fast. So it takes a special way to ride them on the Superjet and the stand-up. But Adrian and Mark doing good work of it here on the SXR 1500s. And Mason and Falanga out there showing us how it's done on the Superjets. You tell a big difference on how the older, heavier riders ride a Superjet as far as the style goes. Not like the kids that hang way off of them. More standing up in the tray and letting the jet ski do its work. You're heavier, so it's bouncing more. It's reacting a lot different. But the two guys up front, Travis Falanga and Mason Katera, showing us how it's done. And then behind them, Adrian Fisk, Mark Marriott. Now, the cool part about this is you got a race for first and second on the Superjets just in front of them. And then I call it a chess match, but doing the inside-outside splits on the SXR, showing that the split racing strategy is even. Of course, Mark knows that the slower Superjets are in front of Adrian, and as he gets to them to pass, it may give him an opportunity to make up some time and get a chance at passing on him. Yeah, he's frustrated, folks. And that's the end of that moto. He ran out of time. Probably won't do the Le Mans start next round. We'll see. Charles, okay. Keep thinking to myself, I better check in with that guy. All right. I see Cooper and John over there ready in the water. Thank you, sirs. More Superjets. See Andrew Vo on the line there, that bright black and yellow Jet Tribe wetsuit. He won his first moto this morning. Travis Falanga there, or is he double dutying, or is he just coming back? Okay, I think he's just coming back to the beach. No back-to-back races for Travis. Race number 9 is on the line. Race 10 in staging. Race 11. Please be ready. I know. When you get done, come back, check the gas in your ski. I know that's not the ski you did all that on a while ago. Is this your first time riding this one this morning, Tristan? Yeah? Okay. Uh-oh. The winds are picking up. All right. A reminder that your race posts are going up shortly after the finish, and you can check the pit board for your position. We are doing well on time. It is 5 minutes to noon. I'm actually standing where the raffle is for the Junior Stars for the helmets and the gloves and the shoes. We're selling T-shirts. There's Jet Tribe T-shirts and Junior Star T-shirts, as well as the Hilldale Jackals, 3 for $30 or individual. If you don't own a Jetski Racing shirt, I highly suggest you invest in one. This is a true story. My 7th and 8th grade year in grade school, 7th and 8th grade year, every day of every day of those school years, I wore a Jetski shirt. I also had perfect attendance, but 7th and 8th grade years, every single day in school, I wore a Jet Pilot, a West Coast, or a Performance Jetski shirt. True story. I think in all of my years in middle school, every school picture, I had a Jet Pilot shirt on. That's pretty cool. In high school, I got into sprint car racing, and it might have been Andy Hillenberg or Steve Kinzer. I can't help it. That dirt gets in you. The water stays on, gets in you. All right, Superjet everything. There's an SXR out there, but say it ain't so. Another hole shot for the outside. Inside. Oh, wait a minute. Give it to the outside. That was close, though. Andrew Vo in third. Mike Millhill's fourth. Tristan Hebert fifth on the 41. 104, new rider today. That's Tim McGee. He's out of Austin, Texas. Mike Millhill's riding for Austin Jet Skier. Is that still the Outlaws? Is Austin Jet Skier still the Outlaws? We used to call themselves the Outlaws? Nobody knows. The Outlaws were fast. But that's Joe Gregoric, or Austin Jet Skier. That's Joe Gregoric. Boy, he wasn't? Well, then no. All right. Race 10, Pro-Am, Runabout stock. The starting line is yours. Race 11, which Tristan's in. He can't hear me. He said, don't call it because I'm not out there racing. 4-stroke Superjet, again, I believe it is, unless it's GP. Is it G? No, GP's 13. Yeah, turn the page. Yeah, more Superjet. Mike Millhill's on the 6. That's a good-looking ski, y'all. 41, Tristan, he's out there having fun. If you ever want to know what somebody looks like stoked, you hear, oh, I'm so stoked, man. Tristan is stoked today. He jumped on the Commander this morning and didn't have the start he wanted, put together a great moto on that TR1 Commander, definitely got the finish he wanted. I really think with 3 more laps, the other riders would have gotten tired, and, I mean, come on, he's a kid. Maybe, but definitely exciting. Surefire candidate for race of the day. I think the 550s were better. Dual spin out at the end of the finish. Pretty spectacular. Wasn't planned. They said it wasn't planned. Look planned. But Ralph Henning just, we call it showing a nose or a tire, whatever you want to say. Ralph Henning threw his whole jet ski in the wake of trying to win. Now, that is Ty Katera on that Superjet. It's the same Superjet, different brother. Huh? That's Tanner. That's the little guy. Oh, man. They grow up so fast. So Ty's only riding the X2, that's it? Okay. Well, at least I know that now. I didn't yesterday. They all look alike. The Smith boys look alike, too. All the skis on the back of the course right now. Katera's still out front. Falanga not in this one. Did really good in the last race, though. Travis Falanga. Don't know him personally. Haven't met him in person, but called his name and watched him race this weekend. Javier's up here with me. He rode an X2. Was that the first time today you ever rode an X2? Yeah? Okay, not bad. 650. It's a little underpowered, but you didn't fall. 113. I have showed him absolutely no love today. Is he new or was he here yesterday? He was here yesterday. Greg Phillips. I remember calling out his name. Bulverde, Texas. And the 104, he wasn't here yesterday. That's Tim McGee, and he's out of Austin. Those aren't your goggles? Wonder if it was a fisherman. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're dry. After race 13, he's going to go all the way through to 13 and then stop the live feed. Yeah. Guys, help me out here. I think I've had one post-race interview and had a couple of commenters, but we are live streaming. Charles Gitchard Photography providing our live stream. Jet Tribe Racing is our title sponsor. Nautiwater Racing, the City of Madisonville, Dell's Jet Sports, Pro Watercraft Racing. There's a whole slew I'm missing. But if you have sponsors, and I'm looking on this here, you do. Like Tristan, for instance, he didn't thank Big Fish Bail Bonds or Nautiwater Racing, but that's his dad, okay? Smith Racing, they're here. They flagged the race. They know what's going on. They know who he is. But other sponsors out there, see what Tristan did today on that Commander, and he's out talking about the race after. That is a young man that can represent your brand. So get up here, get on the microphone, and let's thank some people and talk about your race. See, Ashley did it yesterday, right here. She's on camera. She's wearing her Jet Pilot wetsuit. She's wearing her designer sunglasses. She needs, look, if she was a soldier and we needed, to outfit her, she's missing combat boots. She's missing a helmet. She's missing gloves. Those are all opportunities for putting your products on Miss Ashley to help promote your stuff. I'm telling you, her dad, Greg, could get a JBL sponsorship tomorrow. The dude has got speakers on his race ski. Speakers. Marine speakers. So JL, Kicker, JBL, if you're in the marine speaker business, Greg Sewell is your man. Because he's got them. Yeah, McGee? Okay. Cool. So we will pair a man's goggles back with him. Thank you, sir. All right. Before we get, I think we have an interview coming since I asked for it. Race 10 on the 37 out of Waco, Texas. Rides for Deplorable Racing. Dean's team. We need a holder. Is your hand up for a holder? Holder is more important than reductions. We need one holder. Here comes Joe Barilski. Pablo Pagan, you only have one holder. Do you have another? You do? Oh, okay. They're just standing around. All right. Back to the lecture at hand. Fort Worth, Texas. That's not right. Waco, Texas. Riding for Dean's team, Deplorable Racing, and Jay Caldwell Pools. It is the 37 of Tim Miller. Miller, 37. Next to him On the 193, he is out of Fort Worth, Texas. He also rides for Jay Caldwell Pools and Team Deplorable. Dean's team works. It is the young man of Cooper Caldwell. Caldwell, 193. We've been talking about him. He's got the speakers on his boat. It's the 413 Lakeway, Texas of Greg Swell. Swell, 413. And on the inside, all by himself, 2 holders in hand, it's Converse, Texas's own 787 of Pablo Pagan. Pagan 787. And with us now, the Le Mans starters, racing their way up through the sea of superjets to finish 3rd and 4th overall in their moto. Adrian Fisk and Mark Marriott, I will let you pass the microphone.
Great race. That was super fun. Le Mans start's always cool. Want to give a big shout out to Elite Optics and my family who's probably watching. Thank you guys for all your support. And also some big news coming with Performance Jetski and Cycle. So big shout out to them. Yeah, always fun racing this guy, and stay tuned for some more.
Yes, that was a great race. I've never done that before, but I'm glad my bro, he said, let's just do it, and I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go do it. But it's always fun racing this guy because every time it's just we just always find a way. It's going to be either him or it's going to be me, and I just want to say, thank you for always, giving me your best. So other than that, thank you to all my friends and family. Thank you guys, and yeah, that's it.
These are the 2 that do it the best on a stock SXR, y'all. Doesn't matter if they're in the GP class or the stock class. They're going to give us a show. Mark Marriott and Adrian Fisk. All right. We're going to get the Runabout guys restacked. We had a water sample happen. Sometimes you need a good water sample. Yes. Yes, we will gladly interview you. Charles, where you at? Give us a 1. All right, I am with Rec Runabout Lights racer and veteran sports spec racer, Kenny Compton. Kenny, tell us about your race this weekend.
We've had some hiccups with the spark. Normally I don't have to deal with issues with the spark, but decided different this weekend. So yesterday started out really well, was way out in front and everything, and then the engine temp code through and put it into limp mode, and then I was just limping it through the race, having to restart it to where they did clear that code, finished the race and everything, and then pulled the thermostat out this morning to where that it could actually get some coolant around to it, and so far so good. So.
And who did all that work for you?
me, and then also had Drewski helping me yesterday, and along with Mr. Caldwell and all. Great group of guys and great group of family. So
Kenny's a solo. So Kenny just graduated. I know Kenny. Kenny graduated from the great high school of Carthage, Texas. How many high school championships does Carthage, Texas have?
I think we're up to 9 right now, 9 state championships.
Are you the most dominant high school football program in the state of Texas?
Certainly one of the top few.
We love to brag about our football here, and Kenny. Oh, Kenny and I had. So Kenny and I know each other for an array of reasons, racing mostly, but he's in school trying to graduate, and I messaged him one night out of the blue. I couldn't believe he was awake. And I said, hey, y'all are playing the state championship? Yes, sir. I said, what are you doing awake? He goes, well, they canceled school this week because we're in the state championship. We're leaving early in the morning. Y'all left at 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, they played earlier than we did. They played at 3 o'clock. But y'all scored 3 or 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. It was over. But great job. Kenny was a part of their football program. That's where his work ethic comes from, a part of who he is. So that's why I'm talking about it. He's a tough kid. I've seen him take lickings and keep on ticking. He's here doing it himself. Thank you so much, Kenny. You wanted to say anything to the folks at home?
Thank you for all your support, all the people that help out and make this the great racing that it is. And if you aren't out here, you should be.
Everyone, Kenny Compton, 17. And his dog. All right, the band snapped, and we've got acceleration. It's an even drag race through. Tim Miller on the outside. They moved someone over to the inside. Pablo's not by himself. Wait a minute. No, 3 votes on the outside. Pablo on the inside. What do we got? Cooper Caldwell in the front on the outside, followed by Tim Miller. I don't know if the inside boat did the start the right way. Cooper Caldwell in the lead with the whole shot. Give another one to the outside. That evens it up now. Tim Miller behind him. Water sample must have passed. Pablo Pagan in third. Greg Sewell, beginner rider, in fourth. Thank you, holders. Thank you, holders. Justin or Dale, this is race 10. I just got informed that my son is at the Astros game. My son's name is Kinzer, if you are wondering at home, and he's in one of the programs for the Astros that he'll get to run the bases after the game today. Super, super cool. Cooper Caldwell in the lead. He doesn't need to run any bases. He's hitting a home run right now. Tim Miller behind in the count. Pablo Pagan, they're all on the same side of the course. Cooper Caldwell throwing out a blistering pace. Tim trying to hang on to it. Pablo trying to learn it. Greg, a beginner, is getting a good lesson in what it takes to ride fast around this course. Race 11, Junior Ski 4-stroke light. Junior Ski 4-stroke light. The starting line is yours. Sport, Spec, Hendricks. You're up, buddy. That was what was in your ski slowing you down? I don't know. I don't think we put that out there. Maybe. The wind's not blowing that way. It's weird. Throw that away. It's trash. That didn't cost. I don't want it. It didn't cost. I mean, yeah, I did. It really did. Shouldn't say that. So the images you're seeing are coming from Charles Ginchard Photography. He's not just sitting there letting it stream off the starting line. He's trying to follow the race. And it's my job to be calling the race. Cooper Caldwell out front. Tim Miller behind him. 787. I don't see what he's filming, y'all, so I'm just giving you what I see. And Greg Sewell behind that. Oh, I understand. They pulled Tristan Ski to get whatever was in the pump. Ah, that makes sense now. Tristan Ski going back in the water for the next race because he will be in contention for this one. So I get that. That makes sense now. Cooper Caldwell out front. Tim Miller, he's still there. Tim not giving up. Never does. The only way Tim Miller knows how to ride is hard. Tim, this GP is new to him. Tim, not a stranger at all to GP riding. He has been on the P1 P1 Aqua X Tour. He's been on the Pro Watercraft Tour. He's been on the Pro Watercross Tour. And, deciding to leave Texas, go to Florida. He's been all over the country, been to the World Finals. And runs a shop in Waco, Texas, Country Power Sports. I have been there. It's a neat place. And he's on the Jay Caldwell Pools racing team. Tim's been a long rider for Dean Carrier, Dean's team in Florida. I had the astute honor of racing with some of Dean's children in Nashville. Nice group of folks. I know that people talk about going to the World Finals and all that fun stuff, but racing in Florida also very, very competitive. A lot of good manufacturers over in Florida. A lot of good manufacturers on the West Coast, and they sponsor this tour. Commander Industries. Steve and his family have been to races here. They were at the Junior Nationals. They were at Paris with their Commanders and their Super Jets. And Chris Haggis with Pro Watercraft Racing, actually from Texas, grew up in Kingwood. And if time serves, of course, Chris is very busy. But if he has a weekend, he can get away. He comes back to Texas, sometimes races with us, visit its family. Chris's whole family is really a neat bunch of people. His grandfather, real big into the model railroading community. And his brother, much like Charles up there, his brother, a media producer, I believe he has an Allstate agency or insurance agency now, but Matt, we called him, good Lord, Masher 500, his brother. Used to make great jet ski videos back in the early 2000s. Two-stroke killer. That's my favorite. Two-stroke killer still to this day. Masher 500. Cooper Caldwell, I know he doesn't ride a Commander, but we could call him Commander Caldwell. That's kind of fitting for him because he just commands these races. Tim rides a Commander and usually is a Commander. Oh, Cooper hanging off the side a little bit on that exchange. That might be the little edge. It's, Cooper's young also, so that we talk about these juniors riding skis. Cooper doesn't know what tired and I mean, I'm sure sore bones, but even going to work. Does Cooper go to work on Monday? They're shaking no. So see, that's the equalizer right there. You don't go to work on Monday? Hang it all out at the races this weekend. Tim's still right there, though. I told y'all about, watch this, white flag. Justin just got sprayed. Justin just got a free shower from both Cooper Caldwell and Tim Miller. Get Justin a towel. He needs it. Race 11, the starting line is yours. Race 12, Sport Spec in staging. Race 13, which we have some guys out there racing now. If anybody could help them, Tim Miller specifically, get his ski to the water, it would help. Charles, I believe the plan is we're going to go all the way through race 13 to break and cut. He's waving his hand yes. So we want to thank you for tuning in. If we don't get the chance, that's a win for Cooper. He is tired. He just put his hand down and his head down. He is tired. Tim pushed him hard, guys. That wasn't okay, you can win that. Tim pushed him on that one. Tim's tired too. He's hanging. Yeah. That's what they wanted to do. Mission accomplished, boys. That was a hard race. I know well, I don't, out here it doesn't look easy. They're sitting down. It takes a lot of grip, a lot of knees, a lot of thighs to hang on to the bottom of that ski while it's going. And then your upper body has to stay square over the handlebars, and your head has to stay snap, that's what I call it, to see where you're going for the next moves. And, I mean, I'm kind of a Star Wars geek, but pod racing in Star Wars, you have to react quicker than you actually need to, and not a lot of people are good at it. So on these skis going this fast, you have to have a very quick reaction time to be able to, the buoys come at you the fastest on these skis. So you're talking minute lap times, less than minute lap times, with ever-changing water conditions and spray and wind and lappers. And then, did I mention there's no brakes? There's no brakes on these things. So when you go into a corner, you're using the throttle in the hull of the ski to control you through the corner. All right, we're going to introduce race 11 to you. We'll go from the bottom to the top. How's that? Hey, Drew.
How are you?
Post-race interview. Let me introduce these guys, and then we'll redo it. On the 160 out of Sulphur Springs, he rides for Jet Tribe. He is Andrew Vo. Vo 160. On the 106 out of Quinlan, Texas, riding for Bentley Plumbing. He's got that long, dark hair, y'all. It's Javier Falcone. Falcone on the 106. On the 6 out of Wichita, Kansas, it is Jackson Lloyd. Lloyd, number 6. And we'll go back up the rider here. And on the 627 out of Wichita, Kansas, it is Trent Cornett. Cornett on the 627. On the 466 out of Flower Mound, Texas, it is normally on the UA7, Felix Moronenko. Moronenko on the 466. And on the 41, candidate for race of the day, riding for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, Dad, and Smith Racing, it's Tristan Hebert. Hebert, 41. He said he had 2 more chances to be race of the day, and this is his last chance. So, and he got the big garbage bag out of his pump. So, whoever put the garbage bag in his pump, good job. I have not. I have not. All right, start them up. And we're going to go down the line. 2 card is up. Pointy flag, I'm good. I'm good. He's good. Yep, they're good. 1 goes to sideways. The band pops. Acceleration. Green flag racing. And as the laps line down and we have people coming up to the tent, we're going to do some post-race interviews. I've got 2 candidates here. So Miss Kyla, she rides in the rec class with Kenny. Yeah, she's shy on camera, but it's okay, folks. After the okay, perfect. See, he bought you some time. All right. Now, looks like I've got another outside hole shot candidate. And it's Felix, that bright green helmet. Uh-oh, little oh no, the inside line. Felix is going to take the whole shot on the out. Wait a minute. Felix gets the whole shot on the outside. Javier on the inside on the 106. Outside line is evening it up. Or no, actually they're dominating. The inside line's not doing so hot. Close enough, though. No controversy to say it's not fair. Felix on the right side of the course, bright green helmet. Normally rides a Kawasaki SXR 2-stroke. Right now on the 4-stroke Superjet, doing it to it. Javier behind him, also not his ski, or is it? That's Javier's ski, okay. So this is what Javier normally rides, and the runabout stuff is new to him. Okay. Well, goodness, if he's that good on a runabout, then my Lord. Oh, he goes down. Javier goes down. And Felix sees it. Felix looks over his shoulder, sees that he's bought him some time. Now, here comes Josh. I'm sorry, Andrew. Andrew Vo takes over second place. Javier sees Andrew, goes to the outside. Actually, watching Javier ride, oh, he just took a facial. Man. He didn't pay for it either, folks. Jet wash right to the goggles. We have a rider down on the right hand. Yes, right in the big sweeper. We have a rider down on the right-hand side of the course. He's swimming to his ski, not the backstroke. Course marshal's picking him up. All the riders on the split side, so he's got a lot of time. Don't know who it is yet or what position, but he isn't in the same one. His position currently is swimming. Well, now he's on the course mark. Oh, he's back on his ski. Shaking off like a pet, getting all the water out of him. All right. Felix Marnenko out front. Josh Vo and Andrew Vo in second. Javier in third, trying to get his spot back. Is it Jackson that crashed? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Hey, they're up here helping me the best way they can. The 627, you're right, that is Jackson. Trent going past. He's out of Wichita, Kansas. Andrew's the easiest to spot because his wetsuit is bright. If that was Jet Tribe's idea to make a really bright wetsuit to see their rider, then they accomplished with that one. Felix still out front. You can see him good because of that bright green helmet. And they're lapping. 6 is a lap rider. Oh, that's the one that fell. So that is Jackson. Andrew. Oh, Jackson goes down again in the same spot, right in front of the second and third place rider. Now, what that's done, it slowed Andrew up because, well, he fell right in front of him. Now Javier is right there on top of him. Race for second place on the right-hand side of the course. Going into the big sweeper. Oh, Javier. He got another one. Poor Javier. Every time he gets close to Andrew, I think Andrew may be doing it intentional, but he's shooting him in the front with a jet wash. Sports Spec on the line.
Correct.
But Steve, the first one missed the buoy or bobbled. The second one, Caldwell, Dalton, or so that's what we want a clean start. We'll see.
Okay. What are you saying, Charles? Yes. All right. Joey doesn't need to be on the microphone. At least not this Joey can't be, not him. All right. We were here with Kayla Williams, correct? Kyla Phillips. I'm sorry. There's a lot of Williams and Phillips. I know. She rides in the Runabout Rec Lights class. She rides a Yamaha EX. Is this your first race?
No, it's my second.
Okay, we're going to let her say it.
This is my second race so far.
So you're not in the beginner class, though. You're actually in the Rec Lights class.
Yes, I am.
Okay, said, I don't need beginner. Just throw me in the heat with the big guys.
Yep.
That's the kind of attitude we like around here. So where are you from, and what are you looking for out of jet ski racing?
I'm from Bulverde, Texas, and really I'm just looking for fun. I'm not looking for anything big, being too serious about it. It's just something fun.
It's all about having fun. She's having plenty of it out there. What is the best thing you like riding? Have you ridden a stand-up jet ski before?
Yeah, I have.
And how did that work out for you?
Let's just say I need a lot more practice.
The Runabout more to your riding style. You ride standing up on the Runabout, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the Runabout's just something to get me started racing. In a year or two, I'll do the stand-up, though.
All right, that's what we like to hear. Now, how do you feel about your competitors, Kenny Compton and Cooper Caldwell? Drew, who's standing behind you?
The first race, I was trying to beat Drew. I didn't get him, so I got third. And then my main focus now is beating Cooper. He's got a tune on his jet ski, though, so it's going to be hard. But Kenny's an amazing rider, but his jet ski was out of whack, so.
So what you're hearing in this interview, guys, is A, she knows herself. She knows her abilities. She knows her craft. She's racing something she feels more comfortable on, and she knows she's faster on. And then she absolutely knows her competition. She knows who she's racing against, and she knows who wants who to race up to. She's aspiring to be at what the class of the field is. So let's give an enormous round of applause for Mrs. Kyla. Rec Lights class is popular today on the interviews. Drew, get up here. Drew with Vision Watercraft. He rides multiple things, but he works on more. He's one of the guys that after the race is over with, hears the skis running a little fat or something going on. Or he was one of the ones helping rebuild the pump this morning. Drew Stallett.
How are you guys? Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. It's been a great weekend. Man, I've had a lot of fun. Everybody is awesome, and thanks for having me.
All right. We're going to get down to this sports spec. I know we have one less rider today. Cooper Caldwell not in the spec class. He broke a steering cable yesterday. But we're going to get Hendrick Smith on the 37, Steve Isaacs on the 7. They're shot. And what we're racing for today, Hendricks gets a good start. Steve also a good start. It's a drag race. We've got Todd Carlson on the 13. He's from Sandia, Texas. That's the one that sounds a little sick out there, but he's keeping up. Sounds like it's running fat. Meanwhile, on the inside, we've got Steve Isaacs on that dark blue Wave Blaster. Hendricks with a full head of speed on the HX. One yellow buoy, one red. It looks like he's in front of Steve, but when they come down to yes, they are even. So Hendricks comes out. He's got a little bit more real estate. Steve Isaacs will get the whole shot. Hendricks is right there with him going into the right-hand sweeper, or left-hand sweeper here. It's Steve on. Hendricks shuts the door on him. Andy falls. No, he stays up. Oh. I mean, I know he has to get back up and get back on, but that right there, folks, that was the start of the entire weekend. I'll go ahead and say it. That was the best start of the entire weekend.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tom Jones, everybody. Tom Jones. It is not unusual to be loved by everyone, but it's especially unusual to be loved by Tom Jones. Hendrick Smith all alone now in the lead. I'm willing to say Cooper will have a new steering cable tomorrow and be ready because he was chomping at the bit for the last moto yesterday and today, and Steve was as well. Steve really, he's from the Southeast Texas area. Steve Isaacs is a former national champion in Sport Spec. When they created Sport Spec, I don't remember if it was the first year or the second year, but Steve was actually the overall Sport Spec champion. He rode in the Sport Mod class and changed his ski up for Spec. It fit his riding style a lot better. And, of course, in the Spec class, you can keep an engine together way longer than in the modified class. So Hendricks new to the Sport class, but not racing. So something with a seat is different for him, but it's still narrow and skinny, same amount of power as his stand-ups. So Tim, who used to ride the boat, needed the effort to put more into the runabout and put Hendricks on the 3.7. We call it the crawling banana, folks. It's not really that fast. And compared to what Tim rides, it is the slowest thing he raced. So the Commander I called the flame, or the banana, the fast banana, and the HX was the crawling banana. It's out there in the lead right now. This is race 12 and race 13, our last race of the day, up now. And then that will conclude our live stream after race 13. Charles, you got any water or anything up there? Yeah? Okay. Oh, there's a cooler. We want to remind you, just like I reminded Charles, that you need to hydrate. The temperature feels a little cooler today, but certainly keep yourself full of a good liquid. And apply sunscreen. If you're out in the sun, apply some sunscreen. Want to thank the city of Madisonville, Texas, for hosting this weekend's races. It is a World Finals qualifier. Nautiwater Racing for the big, beautiful buoys out there. Jet Tribe, a lot of Jet Tribe life jackets and water shoes. Bright wetsuits. If you need an example of a bright wetsuit, look at Andrew Vo. Yeah, that's right. All right, Hendricks coming around after Steve's bobble there, so we're going to get it. It's a lap. Steve's trying to keep his lap, but it's still a drag race to show you how even the skis actually are. They're dead even, which makes me feel better because I'm thinking the blasters need a rule change, but seeing that they are set by the rules even in the right conditions. The lake, Madisonville Lake here, relatively flat. Even with the wind like it is, the water is staying calm, and the course is pretty big, so the chop, even in the runabout classes, by the time you get to the splits, the chop from the right-hand side is already passed. So great job in course design from Justin Smith. Todd Carlson on the 13 on that Burple Blaster. All right. Steve trying to get that lap back on Hendricks. White flag flies. They'll have one more shot at it today. I sure wish somebody had a steering cable to give Cooper. I know that's not an easy order to get it installed, but sure wish we could see Cooper out there with them. I mean, I enjoy seeing all you guys, but this is actually my first time to see that 37 boat racing competitively. It usually is sitting in my backyard collecting dust. Todd Carlson coming off the splits across the front. He's going to get one more lap to ride. And Hendricks and Steve. Steve is getting his lap back now. checkered flag for Hendricks, and Steve's got one more to go. Getting that lap back, he's actually going to get it. They give themselves a high five. They're excited about that race. There has not been a better start than that yet, folks. That's been it. And I'm not trying to take away from Mark and Adrian. I'm not. Adrian's probably sitting there going, "Why are you saying that, man?" Le Mans started. Those guys were standing. Those guys were sitting down. Adrian, I get it. I get it. If somebody can come to me and convince me, because you know I'm being biased because that's my jet ski. I get that. But, Tim, you need something? Yeah? A new bike. Sports Spec, race 12. On the line, race 13. We're going to introduce you to them now. Pro-Am Ski GP and Amateur Ski Stock on the 57, riding for Chris Cowan and Hillside Jackals from Blue Springs, Missouri. It is Mark Marriott. Marriott on the 57. And out of Rockwell, Texas, he rides for Answer Racing, OGO, Bell Helmets, 100%, Risk Racing, Matrix Concepts, Mobius Braces, DT1, Liat, Micah Metals, and Gurney. It is Trevor Burns. Burns, $2.99. And on the 37, out of Waco, Texas, Team Deplorable Racing, John Caldwell Pools, Country Power Sports, and JD 230 Racing and Salvage. It's the money man, Tim Miller. Miller, 37. On the 107, out of Liberty Hill, Texas, he rides for Pro Watercraft Racing, Factory Jet Tribe, Smith Optics, Diesel Tech, Austin, Texas Jet Skier, and Watercross of Texas. It's Hagen Smith. Smith, 107. And yesterday's winner, out of Lavernia, Texas, he's riding the Lime Green Pro Force. It is Mason Katera. Katera, 115. Can he do it again? They got a holder. They got holders. Light them up. First 5 kids to the snow cone trailer gets a free snow cone. Tim Miller got a lightning jump on that band. God, you got to love that sound. All right, so Mason's on the inside, and you see what he's doing first. Tim has to come all the way around to the outside to start his switchbacks. They are even at this point. Tim actually a little bit of ahead. Here we go. It's going to come down to the wire. Tim Miller, 37 on the Commander. 115, Mason Katera. It's going to be a race. Oh, Tim Miller now going into the right-hand corner. He's going to shut the door like Hagen did, and he does. Tim Miller on the outside in the yellow 37. Mason Katera now in second. He did exactly what Hendricks did. We got a race, folks. Tim Miller on the 37, Mason Katera on the 115 on the right side of the course. Hagen Smith on that Superjet in 5th. Mark Marriott actually in 3rd. Oh, Mason's bobbles. Mason spins out of the right-hand side. Gives Tim a buoy advantage. Trevor Burns behind Hagen. All right. Tim coming around on the back side of the split, the outside. He looks over his shoulder. So Mason is what we call gathering it up. He knows he made a bobble on the course. He's checking the water, making sure everything's conditioning. He's looking at where Tim's riding right now. He's riding on the inside of his wake, or the inside, using his wake as a berm to help cut the corners. What that's going to do is help him save time. He's going to get back to Tim probably in a lap or two, but getting back to him and passing him is two different things, folks. Tim is going to make that yellow boat as wide as he can, change up his lines to make Mason guess. And if Mason guesses right, we're going to have another lead change. If he guesses wrong, he's going to have to gather it back up and come at him again. Mason using the chest style strategy, running the inside line, that Pro Force cutting a tighter turn. The Commander using the power on the outside. And Mason's digging, y'all. He's not letting loose. He's riding hard. He's cutting the inside of the buoys. He's making up time on Tim. Yeah, if I said it, it's true. First 5 kids to the snow cone trailer get a free snow cone. Come back and let me know when 5 kids show up. Vic's Texas Barbecue also. Hagen on that 107, not with us yesterday. And Trevor on the 299, that solid black with the silver SXR, bright yellow life jacket. Back out front, Tim Miller. Mason, let's see if he follows Tim on the outside this time. He does not. Still goes to the inside. Me personally, I think I'd follow Tim on the outside once and see if I can make up some of that ground. But Mason doing it to it on the inside. He hugs this corner really, really tight. See that buoy bop right there? That's his body hitting that buoy at about 55 miles an hour. There's still one buoy apart. Mason's not letting up. But neither is Tim. Tim's saying, all right, kid, you want to ride this hard? Let's go. Cooper, you know what it's like out there to ride like that. Get over here and tell me what it's like to ride like that. I've never ridden like that. Ever. You know how to ride like that. Hey, he's looking at his phone. Oh, here he comes. Cooper ain't scared, y'all. Cooper ain't scared of nothing. Here he comes. You ain't got to do an interview. I know you're tired. You look tired. I'm tired. All right. What do you think's going through Mason Katara's mind right now to catch Tim?
To catch up, obviously.
But do you depend all on the jet ski, or do you look at how Tim's riding and try to ride on the inside of his wake, or maybe follow him down the back on the outside split, or do you just stick to your guns and stay on the inside and hope for a mistake?
I'd say, Tim doesn't really make mistakes. So, he's already, I'd say, a buoy away. I'd try and cut the weight short as fast as you can.
So, but don't give up. Still ride your race and know that you got good equipment underneath you to keep you there in case something happens.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's Cooper Caldwell, y'all. He's tired. He's tired. But I appreciate him coming to help me because I don't know how to answer that. I don't know what to tell Mason. I really don't. Cooper does because he's done it. I know who's going to sleep good tonight. Cooper Caldwell. His mom's a yep. Cooper, are you asleep on the truck? Are you asleep in the truck on the way home, guy? No, I'm not either. I don't want to miss anything. Mark Marriott. Oh, Adrian Fisk is out there. They're in front of Hagen there. This is amateur ski GP and amateur ski stock combined. So the faster boats are the GP skis, Tim Miller and Hagen. I'm sorry, Tim Miller and Mason is with the race for the lead. Hagen is on a Superjet today, underpowered, but I believe he has a Pro Force like Katara. It's just not here today. Oh, Katara spins out. Katara spins out. He's back up. Checkered flag for Tim Miller. He's tired. Now, Mason having to check, make sure he's okay position-wise. He is. Give an enormous round of applause for Mason Katara. Mark Marriott coming in stock. Adrian Fisk right behind him. Hagen Smith not far behind. What does he use his Pro Force for? Oh, okay. All right. Charles. 2 more kids. All right. 2 more kids to the snow cone booth for a free snow cone. I see there's 2 in my sight, so there's another person enjoying a snow cone. 2 more children go to the snow cone booth to get a free snow cone. Want to remind you, we've got a raffle for the junior stars. There's some helmets up here, some boots, some gloves. Rob said there's a Spark over there. We're selling T-shirts, 3 for $30. Oh, now it's 5 for $20. Oh, 5 for $20 for the sponsons. They're also Pro Watercraft sponsons. Right. 2 tickets for the sponsons. 5 tickets for $20. So $20 gets you a chance at 2 sets of sponsons. All right. Exit, you want to close it out? Terry? Oh, here he is. Where's the next race located? No? No? Woods, Kansas? Lawrence, Kansas. Charles, it's hot. You're standing under that tent with the best breeze out here, buddy. All right, so we want to thank you for tuning in to our live stream of the Nautiwater Mid-America Jet Ski Race Championships, sponsored by Jet Tribe. Want to thank Charles Ginchard Photography and Adrian Fisk, CF Photography, for F4. He told me what it was for the drone footage. All the racers and families for coming out this weekend. Of course, we had some great interviews, great racing. I still think the 550 class is the best race for the day. You can argue that. We'll go back and look at your comments later. And enjoy your Sunday. Signing out.